into our next story, I want to go ahead and just jump into a person that we need to cover, a person you need to know about, a person that influences the genre of TikTok less and less so now as the days continue, but he's worrisome enough that I think a lot of people need to know about him. Chris Valenti. Who is Chris Valenti? What's his deal? Why is he so controversial? And why am I even bothering to talk about him when his viewership is slowly dwindling? Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Valenti is a left-wing political commentator and content creator, primarily active on TikTok. He's active under many handles. I've mainly found alternates relating to like Valenti videos, Chris alternates or something like that. He produces a lot of, well, and the reason that he's had so many accounts is because he's been banned multiple times for multiple reasons. He produces a lot of rant-style videos on politics, history, current events. He describes himself as a democratic socialist, a Dem-Soc, and he has ties to the Democratic Socialists of America, the DSA, often positioning himself as anti-capitalist and critical of both liberals and conservatives, often of the liberals for not going far enough. His content is stated focused on history relating to, lately, in a heavy shift toward fiery, foul-mouthed critiques of the right, Donald Trump, Republicans, and any American foreign policy. He gained a significant following, over 1 million on his main TikTok at one point, for his passionate, unfiltered, crash-out style that had a lot of leftists finding it relatable or very vindicating. I'm going to play an example of some of his most recent content because listen, he's got these sillier takes that make you just kind of roll your eyes, but he also has these ones that you look at and you're like, okay, these may possibly be damaging to the zeitgeist, the people's spirit. I don't know. That's one way that I'm going to cover it. That's one way that I'm going to address it. I'll play you one of his videos right here.
A man can love his nation and hate his government, and by golly, I hate this fucking government. I am America's son. I am the child of liberty. I am what happens when the only choices I've ever had in an election are Donald Trump and some neoliberal bootlicking cuck, a doormat for the Republican Party, if you will. I need you to understand that I am more of a patriot than you, MAGA voter. I am more of a patriot than you, ICE domestic terrorist. I'm more of a patriot than every single one of you fucking bootlicking cowards who praise the very boot on your neck that hands you a fucking crumb while they walk away with multiple loaves of bread. And you thank them? You thank them, you fucking pathetic worm? I hope you understand that when us socialists get the Oval, we're not gonna go get justice. We're gonna go get revenge. We're gonna round up a whole lot of motherfuckers.
I mean, okay, can you as a reasonable individual hear that and go, well, that's a little, like, I hear that this is just like usual lefty, like, spouting for a while. Then when he goes, when us socialists get the Oval, when he does that turn and he's like, when we get the Oval, we're going to round them up. We're going to round up the lot of them. It's very what? Listen, he's been criticized heavily even within leftist circles and, of course, criticized from the right. He's known for all of his inflammatory statements. He was joked, apparently, about using his political opponents for slave labor, wishing harm on Trump and his supporters, mocking mental health issues in the Trump administration, and calling Trump voters derogatory names like dog people. Listen, it sounds about as warm a take as Joy Behar with, like, the Nazis, put the swastika on the hat. Critics on the left are arguing that it's lacking nuance. It comes across as reactionary, and it's making socialists look unhinged. I mean, name one who isn't. Listen, the gentle senator from Vermont, one of the most useless people in American politics, maybe the history of American politics. Name one piece of legislative body that Bernie Sanders has meaningfully pushed forward and produced. You can't name one thing because he's one of the most useless senators that we've ever had in our entire lives. And for some reason, a lot of people, just because he says healthcare, you shouldn't go bankrupt. Like, a lot of the times you'll just hear him just go, this is a problem, you see. You really got a lot of folks who struggle to afford this, and that's why the government should take care of it. It's like, okay, but then how's the government going to take care of it if they rely on the taxes of said people to give them said services? Are you saying that you're going to already raise the exorbitant taxes on the riches, like on the rich in the country, which can amount to over like 45% in some instances? It's ridiculous. I don't understand exactly what are you trying to say is your grand idea here? He never puts forward anything actual. Vermont actually tried one of his, it wasn't even his idea. It was standardized medical care where everybody paid into it, and it was only statewide. Didn't cover you if you were not a Vermonter, if you were an out-of-stater, if you broke your leg and you were in Little Vermont and you lived there, you were entitled to free healthcare, and eventually that collapsed. That whole system collapsed. So, even his state couldn't make it work. This kid, Chris, he routinely posts pictures like the only good ICE agent is a dead one. Like, really inflammatory stuff. Like, really, really... I don't understand what he thinks he's pushing here. I don't understand what he thinks he's actually going to get across. And also, I'd love to mention that a lot of his takes end up being flat out wrong. Let's go ahead and listen to one of my favorites of his.
So Trump activated 4,000 Marines to go fight in Venezuela again.
This was this was like last year in August on the 21st.
It's Maduro. Just guess how many militiamen Maduro just activated in response. I'll give you a second. Did you say 4.5 million? Good luck, Marine. This is your Vietnam. I didn't know that Venezuela was how you say Vietnam in Spanish. Watch out for the bouncing baddies.
He says that line a lot, I would love to mention also. He's very unoriginal in a lot of his writing. He goes with the watch out for the bouncing Betties thing a lot. Let's do this video. It's his most recent one, actually.
Begin going door to door demanding to see your paperwork. I told you this would happen about 2 years ago.
No, wait, not that one. That's, yeah, of course they're asking you to see your paperwork. That's what they've been doing this whole time. What are you even talking about? All right, what is this one that I was going to refer to? Nah, this is the one where he was, like, hating on the nation.
Hey, friendly reminder that if you're treating MAGA voters equally, you're doing something wrong. You should be bullying and ostracizing them to a point of no return. You want them to hit that point of no return. Hey, friendly reminder that...
I mean, hot take. Hot take. There's one thing you gotta say about this guy. He's got hot takes. He's got... Regardless of how good, well thought out they are or whatever, he's passionate. And he cares about something. What exactly, I can't tell. He cares about something, though. He really does. Overall, I'm just going to put it this way. He's got a lot of supporters. They see him as a bold voice that calls out fascism, inequity, a lot of that kind of stuff. I'm a member of his detractors. I see him as very unhinged. I see him as an extremist. He uses over-the-top rants to, like, kind of pull you in and, like, make you, like, repost it on TikTok because you're like, well, I would never say anything like this, but this guy says exactly what I'm thinking. Like, that guy says exactly what I wanted to say. You know what I mean? It's like Dean Withers. Dean Withers was also one of these punks who, like, he's right now, he's well known for his, Trump just did this, and now he's gonna do this. Like, he has these videos where every time the Trump administration does something, you'll see liberal friends not retweeting, but reposting on TikTok a Dean Withers video of him going, Trump just did this with his buddies, and this is how they're gonna make all the money and screw you over. This is very important that you know. A lot of people don't even know about his career before he was this kind of very left-wing individual. He attempted a career as an online flexer. If you didn't know what a flexer was, you're not very familiar with the late 2010s YouTube. Flexing, essentially, it's the practice of flexing or showing off your immense wealth. He, before becoming a TikTok debater, he routinely used to grift and pretend to be a millionaire entrepreneur to sell his courses. He was one of these figures that was like, oh, yeah, I buy this, and then I'll show you how to make millions or whatever. He suddenly realized that making women wet over supporting the right to kill their kids made him way more money, so suddenly he's this abortion rights advocate, and shit, instead of flexing outside of Balenciaga. If you don't believe me, here's the clip. It's real. It's the real Dean before his political awakening. This is him, apparently, in a car, what it looks like.
While you guys are at home sitting on your asses, I just took a private jet out to LA with $1 million in this rental passenger seats in a Coach duffel bag. Couple grand in the lap. I'm about to go drop it at Louis Vuitton. Living my dream life. What are you doing? Nothing. I posted that video not even 2 minutes ago, and it already has 2 thumbs down. Your ego is the problem. Accept the ridicule. Learn from the ridicule. Grow from the ridicule.
There you go, ladies. He was literally on his way to becoming an Andrew Tate-like figure. And not to mention, he routinely bans people off of his streams when they actually make a solid point. Here's an example of it.
When does life begin?
Life begins at conception.
Life begins at conception. So if you kill an innocent human life after conception, it's murder. Can I get a yes real quick? Verbal yes?
Yeah.
Perfect. So, do you know what an IUD is, Maddie?
I do know what an IUD is.
Oh, perfect. So an IUD is a form of what? A birth control. And one of the functions of an IUD, right, is to allow for conception to occur, meaning there's a unique human life that exists there, but then it prevents its implantation, starving it to death, okay? And under your worldview, that is the killing of an innocent human life. I have a question. Is that mother with the IUD that engaged in intercourse culpable for murder?
I don't think that women should be held culpable for murder. I think it's the system that we live in that allows women and pushes women to get abortions that should be held culpable of the murder. I don't think that the women themselves should be shamed for it. It's the same thing as like, well, if we all as a society started eating people, it's not our fault. That's what we were brainwashed to believe is true and right.
Oh, Maddie got banned by the TikTok guidelines. I'm very disheartened by that ban because I was about to run the best argument on her ever. We're going to go to get that next.
He goes ahead and you can see him click her to end the call. What do you even... Come on. Like, really? Nice ploy. He might be skilled in Jubilee clips. He might have, like, very good, like, okay, can I get you to say this? And then, like, okay, well, given this, and then you say this, but, like, this actually, in a very minor logical way, contradicts exactly what you just said. So... would you say that you disagree with your own point? Like, that's his style. That's his exact style. He's got a formula, like how Charlie Kirk was like, define this, define marriage, define gay, define you, define me. It was like that, you know what I mean? But Dean Withers has this very distinct style of like, well, I'm just going to break it down, but I'm going to do it, but in a very, like, respectful way. But, like, I'm going to do it by smirking all the time and hitting my anxiety pen. It's a very... He doesn't seem like he'd be a fun person to have a conversation with or to like hang out with. I'm inviting him to the show right now, Dean Withers, if you'd love to come on the show. I get no views. That's the thing, is that you can say whatever you want on this because no one actually listens. That's the beauty. That's why I'm allowed to say whatever I want. No one really listens.